Right here is a 2008 Terex PR600 coal planer. Coal planer rates at 600 horsepower. You always see these machines with a lot of horsepower because they do take a good beating. This machine is available in the 3-track configuration or the 4-track configuration. This one happens to be a 3-track configuration. Usually, like you see on the front, has standard 2 tracks, and then on the back you only see 1 here. With the 4-track, obviously, the back of it will have 2 tracks on the back. Now, to show a little bit of the tracks, there's 3 tracks on the machine. Right there is your drive motor for the tracks. In the front, there's an idler. Over here is your cylinder to adjust the height of the tracks. That's great if you're working in uneven terrain, which you rarely see on a street. But anyway, this red piece you see right here is a safety. Basically what you do is you take that end and you throw it down right there, and it'll hold it in one position. The conveyor over here is what brings your material into your truck. That's a hydraulic motor right there to run the belt, which runs from the cutter head. And there's also a motor up there which runs the conveyor, the big long one you see right here. The 2 cylinders up there, you see one on this side, there's also one on the other side, will swing the conveyor left to right. And then there's a cylinder up there which will bring the conveyor up and down. Now, the biggest problem with these machines is the conveyor makes it very top heavy, and they will tip very easily. And as a matter of fact, one of them has tipped, not owned by this company, but another company over here. It was going down the slope and it basically just leaned one way and it fell down. Right there is for when you set it on the low boy, it basically doesn't move left to right. Over here, that piece right there, basically loosen that bolt and it'll bring the slack off the belt for when you do have to service it. Now over here, right here is your Roadheader encased in the housing. There's 185 teeth on it. It's 86 inches wide, 4 feet in diameter, and the maximum depth that it can cut is 14 inches deep. The cylinder right there, and there's also one on the other side, basically will adjust your height. That's basically where the main function of the machine takes place, is in there. It'll basically just rip up your road. You'll always see it down because if you do bring it up while you're milling, everything will just get shot out everywhere. And you look there, compared to the rest of the machine, it looks like it's been rebuilt, because that piece definitely takes a beating. Right there is your water line for your hookup. There's 14 individual jets inside the header to basically bring the dust down. It's a 900-gallon water tank in the machine, and it's a big tank because a lot of water has to be applied during one shift. And back here is your radiator and your engine. It's 600 horsepower. This machine is a Terex that you don't see many Terex millers around. Usually our Ridden is pretty much rules the milling department. And here's your conveyor controls: up, down, horn, emergency stop. And if we look over here, you can get a look inside the engine. That right there is the actual piston for the track, which is huge, and the radiator over there, which is massive. It's huge. But anyway, there you have it, a 2008 Terex PR600.